Are you tired of feeling stuck? Like you're capable of so much more, but something's holding you back? You're not alone. So many of us are standing in our own way, letting sneaky little habits sabotage our potential. Today, we're exposing the 7 most common self-sabotage habits and exactly how to break them. I'm talking about real, tangible change. Are you ready? I know I am, so let's do this. Alright, let's get real for a second. Do you find yourself constantly complaining about your job, your commute, the weather? Look, I get it, life throws curveballs. We all complain sometimes, but when complaining becomes your default mode, it becomes a toxic habit, my friend. Constantly complaining is like carrying around a negativity magnet. It sucks the energy out of you, keeps you stuck in a rut of feeling powerless, and guess what? It repels opportunity. Here's the deal. You have a choice. You can either be a victim of your circumstances or a victor. Choose to focus on solutions instead of dwelling on problems. If you feel a complaint bubbling up, flip the script. Instead of complaining about the traffic, be grateful you have a car to drive. Instead of whining about your boss, find something, anything, positive about your job. Remember, energy flows where attention goes. Habit number 2 is even sneakier. Stick around. Let's talk about fear, that big scary monster that lurks in the shadows, whispering doubts and holding you back from going after what you truly desire. We've all been there, frozen in our tracks by the fear of failure. But here's the thing, failure is not the enemy. In fact, it's one of your greatest teachers. Think about it. Every successful person you know has failed at some point. The difference is, they didn't let fear paralyze them. They embraced failure as a stepping stone, a chance to learn, grow, and come back stronger. So how do you break free from this fear? First, reframe failure. Instead of seeing it as a negative, view it as feedback. It's not that you failed, it's that you found one way that doesn't work. Stepping outside of your comfort zone is where the magic happens. Remember, the biggest failure is not trying at all. Habit number 3 is why you're always busy, but never productive. Raise your hand if you've ever been guilty of procrastination. Don't be shy. I've been there too. We all have those moments when we'd rather binge watch our favorite show than tackle that looming deadline. But let's be real. Procrastination is nothing more than a seductive trap. It whispers sweet nothings in your ear, promising you more time, less stress. But in reality, it's stealing your time, your productivity, and ultimately, your dreams. Think about it. Every time you procrastinate, you're putting your goals on hold. You're delaying your own success. And for what? A few more minutes of scrolling through social media? Here's the good news. You can break free from the procrastination plague. Start by breaking down those overwhelming tasks into smaller, more manageable chunks. Remember, you don't have to climb the entire mountain in one go. Take it one step at a time. Set realistic deadlines and hold yourself accountable. Find a system that works for you, whether it's a planner, an app, or a good old-fashioned to-do list. Procrastination thrives on inaction. Habit number 4 is the number 1 joy killer, especially if you use social media. The comparison dilemma, understanding why you may be your own greatest adversary. Let's talk about the thief of joy comparison. In today's hyper-connected world, it's easier than ever to fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to others. We scroll through perfectly curated social media feeds, bombarded with images of seemingly perfect lives, and we start to feel inadequate, envious, and maybe even a little bit sorry for ourselves. But here's the hard truth. Comparison is a losing game. It's like comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. You're on your own unique journey, with your own timeline, your own challenges, and your own definition of success. When you compare yourself to others, you're essentially saying that your journey isn't good enough. You're diminishing your own accomplishments and focusing on what you lack instead of what you have. So how do you break free from the comparison trap? First, remember that social media is a highlight reel, not real life. People only show you what they want you to see. Focus on your own lane. Celebrate your own progress, no matter how small it may seem. Habit number 5 is the silent dream killer. You won't see it coming. Calm your internal critic and refine your self-dialogue. Let us discuss the internal dialogue that you experience. You know the one that's constantly chattering away, sometimes offering words of encouragement, but more often than not, spewing self-doubt, criticism, and fear. This, my friend, is your inner critic, and if you're not careful, it can become your worst enemy. Your inner critic thrives on negativity. It loves to remind you of your past mistakes, highlight your flaws, and convince you that you're not good enough, smart enough, or brave enough to pursue your dreams. But here's the thing. You don't have to listen to it. You have the power to change the narrative, to silence that negative voice, and replace it with one of self-compassion, encouragement, and belief. So, how do you do it? Start by becoming aware of your self-talk. Pay attention to the thoughts that pop into your head throughout the day. That voice whispering, "You're not good enough." It's not telling the truth. Think about it. Would you ever let a friend speak to you that way? Of course not. Try this. Replace "I'm terrible at this" with "I'm still learning." The words you use matter more than you think. They shape how you see the world and yourself. Habit number 6 might be the reason you feel stuck, even when everything seems okay. Break free from comfort. Why playing it safe is killing your potential. We all have a comfort zone, that cozy little bubble where everything feels safe, familiar, and predictable. And while it's tempting to stay nestled in that comfort zone, clinging to routine and avoiding risk, the truth is, nothing grows there. Think about it. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, every moment of true joy and fulfillment happens outside of our comfort zones. It's when we challenge ourselves, push our limits, and embrace the unknown that we truly grow, evolve, and unlock our full potential. So how do you break free from the shackles of your comfort zone? Start by identifying the areas of your life where you're playing it safe. Is it your career, your relationships, your personal growth? Once you've identified those areas, it's time to get intentional about stepping outside of your comfort zone. Start small. Challenge yourself to do one thing every day that scares you, even if it's just a little bit. Remember, growth and discomfort go hand in hand. Last habit. This one's non-negotiable if you want long-term success. Stop neglecting you. Why self-care isn't selfish? It's essential. Let's talk about self-care. Not the bubble baths and face masks kind of self-care, although those are nice too, but the real, deep, soul-nourishing kind of self-care that allows you to show up as your best self in all areas of your life. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life, neglecting our own needs in the process. We prioritize work, family, friends, and everything else that seems urgent, pushing our own well-being to the bottom of the to-do list. But here's the thing. You can't pour from an empty cup. When you neglect your own needs, you end up feeling depleted, exhausted, and resentful, which ultimately impacts every area of your life. So how do you prioritize self-care? Start by reframing your perspective. Self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity. Just like you wouldn't neglect your physical health, you shouldn't neglect your mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Make time for activities that bring you joy, fill your cup, and nourish your soul. Unlock your potential. It's time to take action. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the dangers of constant complaining and the importance of embracing failure, to the power of self-care and the importance of stepping outside of your comfort zone. These 7 habits, while common, can be incredibly detrimental to your growth and success. But here's the good news. You have the power to break free from these habits and unlock your full potential. It starts with awareness, with recognizing the ways in which these habits are holding you back. Once you're aware, you can start to make conscious choices to change your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions. So, which of these habits resonates with you the most? Drop a comment below and share the habit you're ready to break free from, starting today. And remember, you don't have to do it alone. Share this video with a friend who's ready to level up their life too. If you're passionate about self-growth and building healthy relationships, subscribe for more inspiring content. Check out the video on screen now. or dive into the channel for more like this. Thanks so much for watching.